All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Bakar Kadash. And we say, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Bahashim, Bakar Kadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are apostle elders, great millstone, which speak with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit of Yahbashim Yahushai. 2022, year of Yahbashim Yahushai, turning up. Spiritually, it's getting it's getting high level out here, man. It's getting high level spiritual, because the Lord is showing us that He's always been in control, man. It's a beautiful thing. You got to take comfort in that, So all the things that happened to us in slavery was meant to be, It was meant to be. It's like, what did He tell? He said, "My grace is sufficient enough for thee." All these things must come to pass, even though the Lord said that we would be, scattered. How would we be scattered into the four corners of the earth if we never fell off? How would we fulfill the prophecies of the valley of dry bones, Ezekiel 37 chapter? How would we fulfill those things that were prophesied to come if we never went into slavery, we never lost ourselves, because Esau couldn't be revealed unless we fell away and that man of sin be revealed. How is he being revealed? Through the wickedness that he's done on the earth. Touching the Lord's anointing, all these things that had to come to pass were fulfilled, So now the last prophecies come to pass. As you see the title of this video, Yahbashim Yahushai Barakah to those that are coming in, the Lord is on the offensive. You got to take joy in that. It's not Esau pushing. It's not Esau high in the gas prices. It's not Esau pushing. Esau's doing it, but who's really pushing it? Who's really offensive? Who's on the offensive here? Is it the wicked or is it the righteous? Yahbashim Yahushai Bashim Karpadash is on the offensive. Our power is fighting. What did He say? He said, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. How's He shortening it? Prophecies. So how is He going to shorten it by the prophecies? By making the prophecies come to pass quicker than anticipated. Because what is the pestilence? Prophecy. What is the MOT? What is the thing? The ragamuffin? All these things are being pushed by the Lord. He's on the offensive. That's how you take joy in the times we see it. We take joy in the gas prices. We take joy in the war that's brewing. That's the Lord moving prophecies. If Esau drags his heel, he pretty much has the earth. Okay, it's all a game of theater, man. He controls all sides. He's been funding both sides of wars for generations. So he's in control of all these things. Ukraine is the bread basket of Europe. They know what they're doing. They're causing a famine, but the Lord is causing it. They're thinking they're doing it for their means, but the Most High is doing it for His. So they're in a trick bag, man. But the main, to give comfort as this morning motivation is that the Lord is offensive. He's on the offensive. He's not on the defensive. The Lord's not defensive. When was the Lord on defense? When we were in sleep, when we were still in darkness. Because the Lord had to defend us and keep us ready for the time of the awakening. That's why Esau noticed that 2012 date, he was going into that, because the awakening has been happening since what? The man Abba Bivens came on the scene. Now it's at a point, it's uncontrollable. 13 million Judites alone believe in that they're Israelites. So that's the Most High that's been working behind the scenes. That's why it says by the foolishness of preaching. We didn't know what the Lord was doing. He said, go out there with my seed, and then I'm going to cast it forth. Because what does it say? Men plant, men water, but the Most High gives the increase. So when we were out there on the highways and the byways, we were watering, we were planting, we were tending to the garden. We were watching for the increase. Just like you plant a garden, you come out and you might see a couple sprouts. Then next week you see a couple vines. Then the next week you see some fruit that's coming, and then it gets ripe. Now we in the time of the Lord has said what? The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Now the harvest is popping. Why? Because the heads are white. Israel's looking. Israel's asking. That's why one of the older man, he came by the St. Louis camp, and he was asking for the name. That's the Spirit of the Lord that's moving in Jake's hearts to say, you know what? What is the name? What is my culture? Where I come from? That's the same thing with me. I can remember. I was looking. I didn't know what it was. When I first came into truth, I was like, man, what? There's something else. And I was in the world. I was doing rap music. I was doing I was trying to live life under the under the rulership of the devil. I was just living. But something sparked in my spirit, and I was like, man, I something I need to find, man. I can tell you, I was on the internet all the night. When I found the truth, I knew it. I was watching Nate, and then I found this truth. And when I heard the Lord's name for the first time, then I knew. I was like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. So the same thing that's happening to other Jakes. That's the Most High stirring up our pure minds, though we once knew this. So everything you see taking place right now on the planet Earth is an offensive by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That means he's on the attack. Esau's on the defensive. He's having to protect his new world order. That's why he's taking down our channels. He's clipping us, giving us strikes. He's on the defensive. We're making the attack moves. That's how you take offense. We're not on the defense no more. We're pushing them. We're pushing them. Why? Because the prophecies are coming along with us, man. So it's making our fight even more better, man. So that's what we should take joy in, man. We're not in sitting here on the back burner getting beaten. No, we're the ones attacking Esau's lies. That's why it says we're pulling down strongholds. If we're pulling down strongholds, guess what? We're the ones that is attacking. We're the ones that are on the offensive through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why these groups like Vocab, that's crowd control, man. Vocab is crowd control. He's trying to patch up the holes that are falling through Christianity, man. And he's not doing a good job. If anything, he's making the holes bigger because he's not a good adversary, man. Because that's why it says that one group of pastors said, man, we can't deal with the Israelites. They're too deep. It's a lot. It says we can't deal with the Israelites. You got to be studied. You got to be learned. That's offensive, man. We're on the offensive, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to make this thing even more. And then what? Spiritual power is going to be the ultimate offensive, because no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. We're not going to be able to fall by the wayside by some couple missiles being dropped, because Esau can do that, man. Jake, you got to realize you're dealing with the most weaponized devil known to man, to generation. This man has an armory through the blessing of Isaac. He has an armory he could deal with you with. But he's being cautious. Why? Because the Most High is putting the Spirit on him to be cautious. If Esau wanted to really get down, he can get down, man. And there's nothing we can do about it. But through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, guess what? We are doing something about it. We're pulling down all of his lies, which that's his main foundation. We're taking down his base. Just like in any kind of fighting, if you take a man's base, even in football, you're supposed to wrap up a man's feet. If you wrap up a man's feet, guess what? They can't go nowhere, man. So we're taking the basis of his lies and we're wrapping it up so it can't move nowhere. Okay? So that's just the main point. You know, I reached my destination. I just, thought to just jump into this quick lesson. And I posted that thing with the World Economic Forum. So everything is here, guys. Everything is here. Everything is set up. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the one that's on the offensive right now. So he's moving this man, and Esau's having to patch up. He's having to contingency plans, man. All right? So just watch what the Lord does. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I'm going to leave it there. With that, I say, call Elohim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, and call Kadash. Till the next time, to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Bahashem, and call Kadash. Shalom.